Hey guys, welcome back to Let's Play Nobunaga's Ambition, Sphere of Influence on the Mysterious JG. Playing a little farther ahead than usual here. I might have 2 weekends worth of stuff ready to go, rather than having exactly what I need for next weekend. Yeah, we're really close to taking over everything that we could potentially take from the Tokugawa without a significant westward expansion, which is good. We got a whole section up here of Japan where cities are pretty sparse, and it may in fact be wise, once we take over this area, to build some fortresses. We haven't been doing a lot of that. It might be a good idea to do it up here. We've got coastal land. I don't know enough Japanese geography to know if this is particularly good land, but it's not mountain, and we could build something there and actually have supply points for our troops. Because again, my long-term strategy is long-term peace with the Tokugawa. You know, we can roll this territory up whenever, but the determination of who wins Japan, us or the Tokugawa, or theoretically the Ishida or the Mori, although that seems pretty unlikely because Mitsunari's dead. The Mori, I guess, could happen there, but really it's us or the Tokugawa, and it's going to come down to who takes over central Japan, and they've already got a foothold there. In the meantime, we've spent all of our labor. We spent most of our money. Let's end the turn. Let's take out this last city over here and own all of this stuff. Get a bunch of new officers from all these conquests and spread them around our cities a bit. Think about what we're doing next. Let's show them our skills. Take them out. Playtime's over. That is the phrase I will now associate with Shaman Yamazaki. Shaman Yamazaki just recently posted a pretty good effort to explain playtime's over. I'm sorry, it's just ridiculous. It's not your fault, Shaman. You can't fix it. Extra leadership experience.
This is how the one-eyed dragon fights.
I've obtained the first strike trait.
You thought you could run away?
Well, you can't. So, just letting you know.
Let's just go back.
Let's just go back. Let's get out of here, man. This place sucks.
We're going home. Time to head back.
So, Masamune's got 14 prisoners, which I would expect is most of the... there's 10 prisoners for bloody-handed, and 23 prisoners for Shaman Yamazaki. Yikes. So between them, we've got probably some Soma clan. We've got the entire... oh, man, I'm blanking now. Ogre of Hitachi. Sataki? Yeah, we got the whole Sataki clan, and then these 3 clans that made up this kind of corridor from the Date to the Tokugawa are now all prisoners of these units. And I think I gotta have at least a little bit of domestic time before I can launch another big attack. Although, quite frankly, that might not be true, because if I've got... Well, I'll tell you what, I will be scoping these castles, but 1,500... And then it's a hell of a march to get over these 2. And they are at war right now. But if I take these guys... Oh, 10,000 hit points of that castle. They are not kidding around with that castle. But if I take it out... And then make peace with the... Maeda... That would be a huge step towards actually being able to win the game in the long term, rather than just, let's see how strong I can get before it's time to capitulate to the Tokugawa. Speaking of, population-wise, we are now the 3rd largest clan, with all these cities that we've taken over. Soldier-wise, 3rd largest. Officer-wise, 2nd largest, and not that far behind. And that has everything to do with all the created officers, of course. But as far as income goes, we're still 2nd. Harvest, we are second, but it's way closer than it used to be. Yeah, we're still not... Ooh, wow, there's people who got more horses than the Tokugawa have. But yeah, we're still in second and third in most areas. But if you look at the big map, it's us, the Mori, and the Takeda who are to be dealt with. The Maeda and the Ishida look pretty powerful. I don't think they really stack up. So, yeah, we'll have... Oh, even giving his life, he could not grasp this nation. He's at Kumine Castle, so I'll need to replace him.
Let us begin the meeting. Here is last month's balance. Reporting in.
So let's take a look at Kumine Castle. I put him there specifically. I mean, he must have felt pretty decent when he passed away, because he got to be in charge of this base for a while. It's only got 2 officers, though. So let's see who's got low loyalty. And Nobuyasu doesn't really need the loyalty boost. What city are you in now? You were in Karasuyama. So let's make sure Karasuyama didn't get short shrift and all that. Although, yeah, it kind of did. Alright, so we'll take somebody out of Marumori. Kikuhime? Yeah, Kikuhime. You can step out for a bit. I think that's Honor Man's wife, right? And we got another city that we got to scout out. We'll let Akane Date take it. And we also want to actually investigate some cities. I'll have Masamune personally go check out what's going on. I don't know why he was the default option, but when I saw that he was, I was kind of tickled by that notion. So let's put somebody... Hold on, let's figure this one out in advance for once. We'll want somebody fairly loyal, but what city has... We can take somebody out of Rifu, probably. For some reason, the only people that can come out of Rifu are Vulture Clan. I don't really want to use them. So we're not currently using using this castle for the additional purpose of boosting loyalty. I'm trying to put people I can kind of trust here who aren't going to defect, because it's surrounded by another force that might actually want some of our officers. What? Oh, so the other 3 officers aren't there to transfer out. That's why. So... any place else with some officers that can be spared for the moment? Alright. Merchant of Sakai is visiting. Gonna
Thank
sell
you
a
for
bunch
your
of
patronage.
supplies so that I know I've got gold in the coffers, and now it's time to actually get a new title, I think, because we haven't gotten a new title in a while, and we've been sitting on the right amount of diplomacy. We actually have labor left over. That's how much gold we've got right now. No place else that we need to do repairs at. Could do a little bit of road work. Actually, we could do quite a bit of road work. Because I think one of our guys that has road work powers has been returned to us. Oh, I thought I had one of my earthwork experts. Oh, they're probably too far away. Well,
Ask for anything you want.
I actually want to sell a little bit more food even
Thank you for your
to
patronage.
increase the chances that we actually have enough money for Imperial Court, because we might not. So, policy manager, political manager, civil manager, defense manager, judicial manager, logistical manager, imperial manager, artillery captain, campaign captain, horse captain. I think I'll be the policy manager. I want a policy position at headquarters. And we will see what happens with that. Meanwhile, we'll be spending quite a few turns working on road improvements for a while, probably. Finish the Bailey. Although not stopping too much to repair stuff and constantly expanding is probably the best overall strategy to win this thing. Might eventually backfire, but it feels natural to take some time and consolidate all these gains, but I feel like if I can take over this territory here, so that I know that I've got access to the center of Japan, then maybe I'd be comfortable taking a little bit of time to regrow our food and infrastructure supply. Oh, but I've got to save the game, because eventually these guys are going to be dropping a bunch of prisoners whose fates need to be decided, right? Yeah. Of course. Let's show our skills. Take them out. He says while traveling past some street performers. Seems our messenger has reached the Imperial Courts. Would love to grant your wish, but perhaps with a gift of 12,000 gold? No, we can't afford it. So we'll just need... Well, at least I know how much we have to have saved up now. A wide-reaching famine has descended upon the land. Countries with famine gain less supplies, and food prices are up all autumn. Okay, it didn't hit us, although it hit a territory that we are going to be expanding into pretty soon.
Let us begin the meeting. Here is last month's balance.
So we got 22k came in, 15 went out.
Reporting in.
Discovered a specialty. 1 or 2 enemy castles have been scouted. Harvest of rice. There we go. Quite a few people have gathered at Aizu Wakamatsu Castle. We can expand the town. Yuki Castle is central to our defense and needs to be prepared for enemy attacks. Shall we upgrade the base? Not only does upgrading improve the castle's defense, it also paves the way for castle facilities and strengthens troops and make the town thrive. If you would like to upgrade a base, select upgrade under infrastructure. What do you say, Yuki Castle? Which one is that? Yeah, it makes sense. It's really isolated. And surrounded by good friends who could eventually become bitter enemies. So at this exact moment in time, I thought Aizu Wakana. Oh, we have a city that can expand. The city can develop. We got gun stuff or horse stuff? You got gun stuff. And they got a lumber mill, rice dealer, lumber mill. This would be a good place to put the food thing. Oh, crafts are better here, actually. And then he can build the thing that expands crafts and food libraries. Shall we strengthen our defenses in preparation for the next battle? Yeah, probably a good idea. And they've got a point about making that castle not such a tempting target. Love to build Sendai, but I don't know where it should go. Well, see about roadworks. Can we expand Teriyaki Castle? Anybody up here with the earth? Yeah, we got our earthworks guys back on the case. So it will be time to we'll have to sell some food before we can go for more titles. We've done everything we can for these northern cities as far as the roads immediately outside, and those are the ones that count the most. Anything else is just going to speed up your troop movement. I don't know how much city growth is affected by roads other than the ones that are right outside of your city. Let's see if I could even have a earthworks person here. No.
What would you like?
So we're going to sell a bunch of this food right now, and we're just not going to go to war right away.
Thank you very much.
Although actually, phew, still got a lot of food left. Nobody else seems to be able to you'll need to get a Sally port. And This place has already been built up pretty good, actually. It could get a depot eventually, although it's a really long way from happening. So that's a long-term plan over there. Ah, well, so no development for them this turn, I suppose, because of what I've done. At least I can go to the Imperial Courts with my head held high to become the policy manager.
What would you like?
Wouldn't be a terrible time to have some treasures, to tell you the truth. Oh no, that'll knock me below having enough for policy manager. Forget it, it's a trap. Guess I will save again, because once again I'm trying to be ready for goofing around with the prisoners. Looking into the execution mechanics a bit more. Become the extreme executioner. Would be great. Oh, I guess we scouted this base. It's got 2,000 troops and 4,000 hit points. Did we scout this base? They said nearby bases? No. They weren't really that nearby, were they? I guess we probably scouted some of these bases instead, yeah. Well, we're currently at peace with these guys. And what's our trust level with them? 82. And we're still doing diplomacy with them. Yeah, we'll certainly be able to take over this castle. And probably some more. And actually, once we've got them, we'll be in a better position from there to attack the Sonata. Oh, the turret is complete. I guess they just took it down by one. Decide what you want to do with the captives. Okay, so these weren't the ones... We've got a couple of Odas in there. These weren't the ones I was thinking of potentially executing some of them. I'll need a little time to sort matters out. Everyone else will come work for me right away. It's probably Masamune. No, that was Masamune who actually returned. So we'll save one more time just to minimize the pain of all this. Once we do get I just don't want to have to replay that much after we load, if we do even end up loading. So we will become the policy manager. For this day forth, I am policy manager. Those that fail to vow to my authority shall be eliminated. Decide what to do with the captives. Still not the ones I was really interested in. Need a little time to sort myself out. And save again. bad timing because we're going into a domestic
Let us
turn. I
begin
should
the
save at
meeting.
the end of
Here
this.
is last month's balance.
So we had a lot of expense
Reporting
there.
in.
This day forth on the policy manager. We gained 682 horses from our riding ground. So now it's time to start doing diplomacy with the court again. We'll get Bucha to do it this time. I think it had been probably Falger before. Got anyone interesting? That guy, not really that exciting to me. And there's nobody over here. It's just a chance to... Oh. Yeah, this guy's stats aren't really that great. So when that's finished, I will have room for a dual annex. Oh, I guess I can get going on the regular turret because it did take the turret down completely. Yeah, it's going to take forever. Let's not bother right this second. Let's do development. That takes up all of our labor, so we don't really have to worry about labor anymore. Even if another clan interferes. So that's Uncle Baldo's cousin. And Baldo. It's another Baldo. This is a Baldo mania is running wild here. Well, we should... Yeah, now it's time to start moving some officers around a bit, too. Because now we got 16, 14, and we're about to have a bunch more. But a lot of them aren't that happy to be here. Kind of need to let some of these guys chill out and get over the fact that their old forces were destroyed. That might be a sufficient start. Alright, so we're going to save the game, and I'm going to actually just let the Satake thing play out, and then we'll call it a video. Because the Satake should get back to whatever town they're going to... Should get to whatever town they're going to pretty soon. Let us decide what to do with the captives. Please select who you want to execute. Okay, we can execute these two. I need time to sort matters out. Very well. To think I would be buried in an enemy's lands. Yeah, well, probably shouldn't have come messing with us so much, dude. Okay, so it wasn't that complicated. We were able to execute those Satake officers. We're not going to go with that. It's nice to know that we have that option. So when we come back next time, we're actually going to take a slightly different path and get all those Satake officers, including the ruler of the Satake and his dad, to join us. Now, his dad is actually going to join us right away, and his the son, who is the current ruler of the Satake, will need to sort himself out. That's like an oddity of the game mechanics. But anyway, next time, we'll have lots of exciting new officers, and we'll have to figure out how to make them not hate us. Thanks for watching. See you next time.